Hey, it's Pierre. I'm doing a review today of the Harrow Jonathan Power Custom Vibe squash racket. So the Vibe is one of the models. Whoops. Move that. The Vibe is one of the models that has a Jonathan Power signature on it, and here you can see on the racket. I love this touch. They've got a little diving Jonathan Power with his bandana on the throat, and it's got his signature here. The other one that's the Jonathan Power is called the JP Custom Spark. The Vibe, I've been playing with this for a few matches now, and I'm going to give you some feedback. First of all, aside from the diving Jonathan Power, the design is very cool. It has a yellow and black color scheme, similar to the Spark. It looks very cool. And so the one thing that's interesting about this racket is Harrow, the singles rackets that I've been trying mostly have the same head shape and stringing pattern. And this one's slightly different. So if I take the Vapor, for example, which is how most of the Harrows have that same same shape and stringing pattern. The Vibe is, if I line them up, the Vibe is a little bigger. You can see it kind of sticks out a little bit more. So the head is a little bit longer, and kind of I've lined up the tops there. Hopefully the same. It kind of the Vibe kind of sticks out. It's just a little bit bigger, not tons bigger, but it's noticeable, especially since all the other Harrows are kind of that same mold. And the other thing is even though it's a little bit of a longer racket, it's got one less cross string. It's got 14 by 18, I think, instead of 14 by 19. So what is it like? I felt like this was a evenly balanced. It feels evenly balanced in your hand, and I think that the extra head size on this makes it a little more forgiving. It just felt like there's a bigger sweet spot, and another thing is that with one less string and a little bit more space in there, it's just a little faster through the air. So this was kind of a fun racket where you could get. It was a nice combination of touch and power, as long as it's evenly balanced. So you could either take a nice, fast, hard swing through it, or feel like, but it wasn't so head heavy that you kind of had to come down all the way through the shot. You could use some riskier shots. So I liked that balance of the power with some of the maneuverability. The slightly larger head size, it's a slight difference, but for me, one of the benefits of the other racket, the Vapor, the other shapes, is that when you're kind of stuck in the corner or in a tight spot, it's just a little easier to kind of scrape things out with a smaller head size. So I personally prefer the Vapor and the smaller frames, but this would be this is, I think, a very forgiving racket because of that bigger, because of the little bit bigger head, and because of that one less string. And I really think so. This is a different racket in the Harrow lineup, and definitely one worth checking out. I played several matches with this, and like I said, I really liked the combination of that ability to get power when I needed it, but also feeling like I could. It also still, because it's evenly balanced, I felt like I could get some nice touch when I needed it, and it was forgiving. So I definitely like this racket, and it's a little different from the other Harrow, so worth checking out. This is the Harrow Jonathan Power Custom Vibe.